going on, everybody? This is Chris Bender, and you are listening to Industry Talk with Gospel Artist Entertainment.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Aldren McCullar here with Gospel Artist Entertainment, and you are listening to Industry Talk with me on today. I'm so happy and I'm so excited you are able to join me today. Listen, y'all, we have an incredible artist on the phone. He's my brother. He's so awesome. His ministry is amazing and is definitely worth staying connected to. So you definitely want to stay connected with his ministry. He's on the rise. He's upcoming, and I promise you, if you stay connected with him, you will not be disappointed. His name is Chris Bender. What's up, man? How are you?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. Can't complain. How's your day going, man?
Listen, another day in corporate. It's all right. The day is going well. I can't complain.
Awesome, man. I'm so honored and I'm so happy that you are able to join us for industry talk today with us. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for this opportunity, man. I appreciate it.
Most definitely. Anytime, man. Now, we're going to get into today's discussion, but before we do that, I do want to ask you about your music. Now, I know you are currently working on some music. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, sir. So currently, we are tying together the last pieces of the puzzle to my first single entitled More of You, which will be released late June of this year. Thank God.
Wow. Awesome. And what motivated you to start releasing, music up under your ministry?
Well, music, man, for me has been it's like in my bloodline. My uncle was a recording artist with East West Records back in the 90s. His name was also Chris Bender. He was killed right after shortly after his first album's releasing. And so, just hearing all the stories about how influential he was as an artist and how trend-setting he was, and to grow up hearing my family members serve in ministry and sing all the time. That's all that we've done. That's all that I've seen people do all my life. So it was quite naturally something that I would fall into doing on my own. But definitely at this level in God, it's just been definitely one of the most mind-blowing things to me.
Man, that is amazing. Have you always wanted to be in ministry, or have you always wanted to be an artist growing up?
Believe it or not, man, my first time singing was at a choir anniversary, like at a little church down the street from my home church, and I had stage fright, like you could never imagine. They used to call my name over the pulpit, and I would just start boohooing and crying like somebody was choking me, like it was terrible. So it wasn't until that moment at the age of 13 where I first started singing publicly. I had, never would have imagined this was something that I would be doing, because I was so afraid, and fear was just something that I didn't think that I could conquer. But one day the Lord gave me some boldness, and it's been a story ever since.
Wow, that's awesome. I know it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of boldness to be able to work in ministry and to be able to step out, on such a big platform, because it's not easy for everyone. Everybody is not meant to, do certain things in ministry. Some people, they try to sing and they know they can't sing.
They know they can't sing. I was playing. God bless y'all.
They know they can't sing. They try to hold the note, and it's like, I don't think this is the callings for you. Find another calling, but I mean, it's all out of fun and love, though. It's definitely worth, being in ministry, and it's definitely something that people should, want to consider, especially when serving God. So I appreciate you for that, man, and, taking that big stepping stone and being able to, even share your gift before the people. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, listen, I told God a long time ago, if he would be with me, I'll do it for the rest of my life. And That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Wow, that's awesome, and that's great, man. That is definitely awesome. Now, I want to get into today's discussion about today's current events. Of course, this week we have been talking about, different, things that's been going on, especially with the police brutality and, so many different fights and so many different innocent people who have been, taken out of here because of police brutality. And so my question to you is, what is your outlook on that? How do you feel about what's been going on with the police department and so many people who have been taken out of here, whose lives have been taken out of here, for just just being them and just not really doing anything, but because of the hatred that has been going on. What is your view on that?
I feel like hatred across the board in any way, shape, or form is unacceptable. And coming from any person of any stature, of greatness, or any little person, whoever you are, hatred shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be. And I feel like, in regards to police brutality, that it is absolutely it's devastating. It's devastating to the individuals that it hurts, and it's also devastating to the individuals that are doing the hurting. And I feel like as long as there are individuals that keep this hatred alive, we'll never be able to progress as a nation, as a unit, as a body. It will always be something that hinders us from being the great people that we can be.
Wow, I definitely agree. And I think that one thing we need to do, I think in the community and the body, is really come together and just really, pray for one another and unite. It's so much division going on in this nation, and it's about time out for that.
Yeah, and I mean, and I see it like this: the only way that one can go up is if we all go up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How can one's hands be seen in the crowd unless somebody else is lifting them? Helping them to excel and to go further or go higher. I feel like together we can. Seriously, like it can't be said any simpler than that. Together we can. Whatever we want to do, we can do if we do it together.
Right, I agree. I definitely agree, and that's exactly what we need to do. Do you feel that racism is still in existence today, or do you feel like that it will ever go away?
Absolutely. I believe that racism definitely still lives. And it comes in many different forms, shapes, and sizes. It's just something that you have to learn how to maneuver around and through. Because although it's still existing, you can't allow it to keep you stagnant.
Right. I agree. And, and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, racism is definitely still here, and sometimes it disappoints. Well, not even sometimes, all the time. When I even see it across the television, and even see it with my own eyes, it disappoints me because you would think that people like Martin Luther King and Harriet Tubman, people in the back in the day, and not even just them, people in the church. They have literally suffered, and they prayed for us. They went through so much just so that we can unite and join together. And it disappoints me because even with that, you still have people nowadays and today who just don't get it. And it seems like they're the complete opposite of what the people back in the day prayed for.
Absolutely. So it's somewhat like a new age contradiction to everything that has been worked so hard for. It's terrible to see.
I definitely agree. So I really appreciate you for that. Thank you so much for sharing your insight on that. Do you have any encouraging words for anybody that may be facing any kind of situation out there?
To the individual that would feel as if there is no hope for them, I would simply say, don't give up.
Right.
I would have never thought that I would be at the place in God where I am today, just because of the vicissitudes of life and just the things that come along with growing and cultivating and becoming who you are going to be. It has the weight and the pressure enough to keep you in a certain place, or to scare you to not wanting to pursue, but you can't give up. So whoever that may be today, don't give up, don't quit, don't throw in the towel. Trust God, trust His plan, and trust the process, and pursue all. You have to pursue all.
Definitely. I definitely agree. And what you just said right there is much needed. I know somebody took that in, and I know it touched somebody out there. So that's much appreciated. Listen, before we end this, I do want to ask one more question as far as ministry. Do you feel that it's always easy to minister before people, or do you have to, really just guard yourself like that? Can you explain that?
No, so for me, I grew up in a real strict holiness church, and you wasn't about to get up before the people any old kind of way. So you're gonna be fasting and praying and quiet and preparing yourself for what for the assignment at hand. But I've taken that into my adulthood, and trying to ensure that whatever I do, I ensure firstly that God is at the center of my thoughts and in the center of everything that I know I need to do, so that the people can get what they need from God as well.
Right.
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
that definitely requires a lot of prayer and fasting and studying and just, ensuring that my spirit man is at a place to hear from God so that the people can hear from God as well.
Wow, that's awesome. I love it, man. Thank you so much for that. Where can they go and follow you on all of your social media sites?
On all of my social media sites, y'all, you can definitely follow me at ChrisSing22, no spaces, ChrisSing22. On my Facebook, you can follow my personal Facebook kind of at its max. Mm-hmm. But y'all can all join me over there on that good old music page that I started a couple weeks ago, at Chris Bender as well. And there is so many updates on what's going on with me, what's going on with my ministry, videos, music, any new information on the music release and single release parties and all that good stuff. All the information will be right there, as well as like my booking email address, like chrisbenderbooking@gmail.com. You can reach me at any of those, and stay in tune to what's happening with me. And it would be a pleasure to rock with you.
Listen, y'all definitely want to stay connected with Chris Bender. Go and add him on all of your social media sites. Follow him and stay connected with this ministry. You will not be disappointed. Y'all, that is our time. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all for staying connected with Gospel Artist Entertainment. And until next time, thank you for tuning in with my guest, my brother, the one and only, the amazing Mr. Chris Bender. We're out, y'all.